Welcome to the James Rule Crypto Show. Learn about blockchain technology and the world of digital assets. If you like the channel, please subscribe. James is not a financial advisor. Please invest at your own risk.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to the James Rule Crypto Show. I'm a crypto teacher. I'm not a financial advisor. We're going to tear down some news today. Wow, there's so much going on. There's so many meetings going on in the United States with representatives and congressmen and congresswomen, and just talking about digital assets and banks and regulatory clarity. And we're looking at Coinbase, and we're looking at even a commissioner with the SEC, Hester Peirce, puts in her 2 cents on how Gary's running the show. We're going to look at Constellation. We're going to look at the DAG token, how it's being used in the United States. And we're also I'm going to show you one of the amazing interviews that I'm going to be doing this weekend at the end of this video. So stay tuned. We're not going to look at the numbers today. There's nothing really to get excited about. The market is neutral. Do your research, know exactly what you invest in, and let's go ahead and get after it. Don't forget, Ledger is offering free shipping on the Ledger Nano collection until May 23rd. Your keys, your crypto, keep your cryptocurrency safe in your own private wallets. Check it out, Ledger. Okay, here we go. Investopedia, Kyle Torpe, came out with this article today, and I'm going to read it in its entirety. I usually don't read articles in their entirety, but I read the entire thing, and I want you to hear it because it just goes to show you how Hester Peirce, people have called her crypto mom for years. She is one of the several commissioners with the SEC. As you know, Gary Gensler is the chairman of the SEC, and Hester Peirce is on our side. It says Congress needs to clarify who regulates crypto in the U.S., SEC commissioner says. Congress must determine which regulator has authority over cryptocurrency markets. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, Commissioner Hester Peirce said Wednesday, and her organization cracks down on crypto companies and market participants seek greater regulatory clarity. The U.S. is lagging behind on regulatory clarity. Speaking at FT's Crypto and Digital Asset Summit, Peirce said there are questions about who has the authority to make rules about crypto, which is something that has to be determined by Congress. Hello. Notably, multiple people testified in a congressional hearing about digital assets on Wednesday, and there is a desire to split specific responsibilities related to crypto between the SEC and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, or the CFTC. Peirce's comments come amid the SEC crackdown on crypto companies. In the past few months, the SEC, Gary Gensler, has taken action against Coinbase, Kraken, and Bittrex, among others. SEC Chair Gary Gensler has repeatedly said there is no lack of clarity on rules for crypto platforms, just lack of compliance. Peirce's original stance was existing securities laws were flexible enough to handle the emerging sector of crypto assets. However, did you get that? However, this view has changed over time. Quote, "What we're trying to do now is apply rules that are really fit for much larger, much more established firms to address a problem that can be addressed much more simply," Peirce said. For example, if you sell a token that people need, we can do that without having you file a full registration that you would file if you were a public company. Peirce went on to describe the message behind a recent SEC rule proposal around decentralization for crypto companies becoming centralized, leaving the U.S., or ceasing to exist. The SEC commissioner, however, disputed the theory that clear regulation in the U.S. will lead to companies moving offshore in an effort to avoid these regulations. Quote, "If we build a good regulatory regimen, people would come," Peirce said. "I think you see that with markets and crypto assets, or MiCA, regulation in Europe. And I think if the U.S. built one, people would come. And it would enable you to distinguish the bad actors from the good actors, because there would be questions if people decided to set up jurisdiction with no rules. That's why I think we're shooting ourselves in the foot at the SEC by not having a regulatory regimen in the United States. The U.S. can benefit from having the opportunity to watch and learn from the implementation of MiCA regulations in Europe. But Pierce is not very optimistic about the regulatory system moving quickly on crypto anytime soon, people. However, she conceded that Congress is currently working on some potential litigation in this area. So what is it going to take to connect to Congress? What is it going to take to educate Congress? You know, there's so many old farts in there that have no clue what blockchain technology is. I'm not going to mention the names. And there are several in there that we know very well, like Tom Emmer, Warren Davidson, and many more that are pro-crypto and know exactly they're on our side. Meta Lawman, if you haven't followed Meta Lawman on Twitter, you need to. He's been getting some amazing tweets out, and he gets it out there, and he gets it out there. Number one, breaking. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce has just filed a brief in the Coinbase versus SEC case, calling out the SEC for acting unlawfully in the digital asset space. This is the United States Chamber of Commerce, not the Chamber of Digital Commerce. This is the big deal. Here's why. The U.S. Chamber is a highly influential organization representing companies in all industries across the U.S., not just crypto. And the brief opens with, quote, "As it stands today, nobody knows for certain which digital assets, if any, are securities under federal law." Exactly. The Chamber makes three arguments. Number one, regulatory uncertainty is killing innovation in the United States. Number two, the SEC is destabilizing the digital assets regulatory environment. And number three, the SEC is violating constitutional due process and fair notice rights. And the topper is, the Chamber declares, quote, "The SEC's actions are not just harmful policy, they are unlawful." And the bottom line is, the court will give these arguments advanced by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce serious attention. And the largest, most influential business organization in the United States has just declared its stand with crypto. Read the full brief here. I'll leave the brief in the description of this video like everything else. This is it. May the 9th, 2023, United States Court of Appeals, in regards to Coinbase, it looks like the U.S. Chamber of Commerce has submitted an amicus brief to the courts in response to the SEC suing Coinbase. And right here it says the SEC's delay is causing great economic harm. Regulatory uncertainty chills economic growth and innovation. The SEC's refusal to respond to Coinbase's rulemaking petition or otherwise engage in rulemaking has destabilized the regulatory environment for digital assets. This is 27 pages long. I'll let you read it for yourself. Paul Graywall. He is a lawyer for Coinbase. In our pending mandamus petition matter, the Third Circuit has just issued an order granting all of the Amicus motions for leave that have been filed for date. Neither Coinbase or the SEC opposed the motions. We continue to appreciate the court's careful consideration. So just like the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, where dozens of us and dozens of companies out there submitted amicus briefs to show that XRP is not a security, to show that the SEC has done these companies wrong. Let's keep going. Paul Graywall. It looks like Crypto Council for Innovation. The SEC government failure to respond to Coinbase's petition for rulemaking is causing tangible harm to a major American industry. I'll leave this Twitter feed because there's many articles in here that you need to read. Here's another one, Rodrigo. Rodrigo is legal with Paradigm. He's ex-Cooley Partners and DLX Law LLP. He's a lawyer. He says, today Paradigm filed an amicus brief in support of Coinbase's lawsuit that seeks to compel the SEC to respond to the company's pending rulemaking petition. Tell us, Gary Gensler, tell us, SEC, what's a security, what's not a security? Are you going to do that? No, you're not. What's going to happen? What is Congress going to do? What are we going to do? How long is this crap going to drag out? Now, look, I was really excited about this because This morning, I posted a tweet talking about the Chamber of Commerce in the United States, claiming that the SEC is causing great economic harm with the lack of clear regulatory regulations for digital assets. And Paul Graywall with Coinbase retweeted my tweet. I'm honored to share this news with the masses, and I think it's pretty awesome when these major companies are going through this, and I can supply them with some information. Many of you out there have retweeted information, and that's what I love about this community. We're helping the world. We're helping the United States. We all deserve a level playing field. Let's keep going with this. Now, I'm not too familiar with DAG token. Constellation is the name of the organization that created the DAG token, but this was an eye-opener and I had to share it. It says the U.S. Defense Department explores crypto use cases with blockchain startup Constellation. It marks a significant milestone as one of the first completed blockchain phase 2 contracts within the government sector. I'm only going to read a few paragraphs. It says Biden's White House might be wagging war on crypto, but that hasn't stopped the U.S. Department of Defense from pushing blockchain boundaries. The Defense Department, or the DoD, has just finalized a contract with a 6-year-old blockchain startup, a significant step for the industry. Established in 2017, Constellation is a privately backed, founder-led blockchain ecosystem with a keen focus on processing big data. Its infrastructure is pitched to support decentralized data marketplaces and maintain data provenance and integrity. The San Francisco-based firm said Thursday the completion of its Phase 2 DoD contract led to a well-defined deliverable prototype. The U.S. Air Force, USAF, began contracting Constellation through a DoD partnership in 2019. Says the U.S. military eyed Constellation as a way to modernize the cybersecurity of its back-end systems. The Phase 2 contract continued research and development to evaluate the commercial potential of the platform, including deal sizes up to $1 million. Be on the lookout for DAG. I mean, the United States is already adopting blockchain technology, but they're trying to shake all of us out of our cryptocurrency because they know we are going to be wealthy as these ecosystems grow. I'm behind all use case utilities, not just on the XRP ledger, but also on many other ecosystems. And talking about the XRP ledger, this weekend, I'm going to be interviewing Quad Jack's XRP. Jack, he's the marketing general with CasinoCoin, the XRPL jack of all trades. Wonderful guy. I think he just went to XRP Las Vegas. And the team at CasinoCoin. CasinoCoin is a digital currency developed specifically for the regulated gaming industry. Its ticker is CSC. It's on the XRP ledger. They're looking at crypto, metaverse, and gaming. And if we briefly look at CasinoCoin.im, I'll leave a link below. It's a digital currency developed specifically for the regulated gaming industry. And they have an app on the Sum Wallet app, and it's not available in the United States because of the gaming laws and all that other BS. But CasinoCoin is a way to gamble. It's a way to take place on different apps and different websites, and there's low transaction fees because it uses the XRP ledger. It's built into the Sum Wallet app. We're going to go into more of those details coming up Saturday when I interview the guys and the team, and I'm really excited. I'm revamping my channel. I'm really excited about interviewing possible congressmen, congresswomen, companies around the world, existing companies that are, demanding a level playing field. They're busting their ass in the background as we're waiting on regulatory clarity. And a lot of these companies are going to succeed successfully and tremendously. So if you like this video, please like. If you like my channel, subscribe, share my channel with others, and I will see you very soon. My name is James Rule. This is the James Rule Crypto Show. And don't you forget, I told you so.